Hello future me, and to anyone else watching this video. Today I'm presenting to you a video that continues on from my introductory video that I made a few days ago. I realized yesterday that in the introductory video, I didn't talk about how I was going to improve myself. The only thing I said was that I made a few mistakes and now I was regretting them. So the purpose of this video is to talk about the steps I'll take to become a better person. To begin, I'll first talk about how I made a list of things I need to improve myself. Then, I'll talk about the system I will follow. Lastly, I'll talk about my goals and the projects that the goals are under. When I made the decision to truly begin to walk the path of self-improvement, I began by writing a list on what I didn't like about myself at the moment. That list ended up being more than 2 pages. I remember feeling astonished and worried because that literally meant that I was just really not happy with myself. I turned that list into goals using the SMART goals format. I had to combine certain things in that list to create an entire list of goals. The page ended up being filled with due dates, KPIs, a lot of specifications, and I had to cut certain things down here and there because they were just incredibly unrealistic, and I think some of them were unachievable for me at the moment. However, even with all that, the list of goals ended up being 2 pages long, and I remember thinking to myself, how am I going to achieve these goals? Because some of them, or rather all of them, felt overwhelming. It felt like there were too many goals for me to achieve, and as I was looking through the list, I kind of felt like some of the goals were a bit too unnecessary. Like they could have just been combined into another goal. They didn't need to be their own thing. So my solution was to organize all my goals into categories. I named each category Project Something and put goals into categories that I felt fit them. Doing so actually made it much easier for me to incorporate my goals into my daily schedule because now I had these 6 little projects that I needed to add into my schedule instead of 2-page long goals to add into my schedule. During the process, I was also able to merge some goals together. Having said all that, what is the system that I will follow? While I was going through YouTube, I was inspired by challenge videos to see my goals in a new perspective. A lot of people see goals as some sort of burden that they have to do to be happier or to accept themselves, which is how I was initially treating my goals. But after watching those megatons of challenge videos on YouTube, I realized that there's a better perspective to view my goals. I can view them as challenges instead. YouTube version. So what does that mean? Let's say, for example, one of my goals is to eat healthier. I initially saw that goal as I will now have to eat more vegetables, but being inspired by the challenge videos I see on YouTube, I realized that I could see it more like I will challenge myself to eat 50 pounds of kales every day for a month. This is an example, by the way. I'm not eating 50 pounds of kale every day. That's insane. Also, as I stated before, I wrote my goals using the SMART format. This format requires that the goal is as specific as possible, so I made sure to make my goals specific to the point that I had a monthly goal, weekly goal, and at first I was considering turning my goals into daily goals as well. But then I was like, you know what, that's too much. I've already turned every single one of my goals into a monthly version and weekly version. A daily version is just over excessive. And also, it's best to leave the daily goals contingent. You never know what happens. So what are these goals? I will only be summarizing the little project categories I put them into, and if I have to, I'll summarize the goals as well. Only some of them. The first of these categories is called Project Health. A lot of my goals were put into this category. It was only after I organized it to this point that I realized that a lot of my goals were health-based. The first goal within Project Health is I want to lose weight. I want to lose 30 pounds. I'm currently 150 pounds and I want to be 120 pounds. The next one, my goal is I want my acne to go away. I'm an acne sufferer and it's slowly going away, but I just want it gone. The next goal within Project Health is that I want to see a counselor and a therapist. Currently, I'm seeing a counselor through my school. You know, every college has a counseling system, but I'm about to graduate and I want to continue to see a counselor, or a therapist even after I graduate. And the last goal within Project Health is that I want to fix my habit. I've realized a lot of my mistakes, a lot of the reason why I'm so unhappy is because I have really bad habits. So get rid of them and start practicing good habits. So that's Project Health. The next category is called Project Personality. In sum, I just want to learn more about emotions, personality, and work on my own emotions and personality. I want to have a better relationship with the people around me and new people I meet. I want to be more social and just talk to more people. The next category is called Project Art. As I stated before, I'm a finance major, and finance is a really technical major. And when I was talking to my counselor, he was like, well, instead of, leaving finance after getting this deep into it, how about you just continue to do art while doing finance? Technical and creative at the same time. It might make it a little more fun because you're challenging yourself but also having fun at the same time. So I'm trying that. Oh, actually, another thing for Project Art is that I want to try to work on art every day. Initially I thought of creating an art piece every day, but I was like, that's insane. I don't have that much time. So just work on art little by little every day. The next category is called Project Beauty, and this one is kind of just about me trying to find what my style is. I've learned online that the style that you have is integral to your identity as a person. So I want to figure out what my style is, and from there figure out what my fashion is, what makeup style I should wear, what hairstyle, and all that stuff. The next category is called Project Increase GPA, which is really straightforward. I just want to do well in my school, get a good GPA so I can get a good job. The next category is Project Lifelong Learner. This goes outside of college and just for me to learn things that I'm not learning in college, or for me to learn more about the stuff I'm learning in college beyond what I'm learning in my course. The next category is Project Identity, which is just me trying to figure out my spiritual beliefs, my moral beliefs, just my identity in general, and also for me to learn more about the culture that my parents came from. And the last of my categories is called Project Future and Independence, which is filled with goals that are more about me trying to build my future and more about me trying to become more of an independent person, because I feel like I don't have that part of me yet. So, future me, I hope by the time you're watching this, I made good by you and accomplished these goals. To anyone else watching this, I hope I have been successful enough to inspire anyone to take the first step towards self-improvement. Let's do our best.